Calling somebody out on allegations which are true is not a negative thing. Calling something cancel culture in a negative connotation because true things came out and the person is canceled is not bad, as long as they deserve it and no lies are spread. And right now I'm about to show you a negative side of cancel culture where it is a negative connotation, because they tried to cancel a man who has actual mental health issues, who has been a very prolific member of the Smash community and has made many friends and only has done good for the community, who was outed. People were quick to jump the gun, and he had to admit one of his biggest secrets in life in front of thousands and thousands of people just to defend himself from a blatant, flat out lie that was being spread. He couldn't even tweet without people posting the screenshot, so that's why he had to address it. Obviously, this person I'm talking about is M2K, Mew2King. Mew2King is a very prominent Smash player. He's been around all the way since Melee, probably even before. He is super respected. I've known about Mew2King since I was a kid. I was born in '98. I remember being 10 years old and knowing who M2K was. My cousins who were power ranked. He was always a legend. They always talked highly of him. He was like one of the first people to go in and really look at frame data. He always placed, he always plays high. He was a top player. Just very respected. I think you guys get the point here. If you guys don't know who M2K is, he's a legend. So this horrible screenshot that literally makes me cringy with putting up here because of how the fact that somebody could fake something like this with this weird motive to cancel someone who is successful is ridiculous, and it's so annoying. But let me not get too emotionally attached here, right? So the screenshot goes like this: hey, remember about a year back that stuff you were telling me about M2K nutting on people while they slept? Yeah, why? What's the story with that? It was Evo weekend in 2013 or 2014, and Smash players all got a house rented, and you know how crazy they are, so it was full of a bunch of stupid stuff, and a friend told his stream, and 2K decided to nut on Arena-chan while she was sleeping. Oh my, like, it's just so ridiculous. And what is this Snapchat? Like, why is this so like sharp? Like, it looks like they added color correction to the Snapchat. What is this? The person who started bringing back up the rumors and spreading this false screenshot actually came out about the M2K allegations. It made a tweet longer explaining them, and here is his side of the story about the M2K allegations. For years, my friend group has spoken about the M2K claims. I've never really thought much about it nor looked into it. With all the allegations coming out, it was in the back of my head and I couldn't stop thinking about if it was true or not. I asked the friend who originally told it, and he had been friends with the streamer who originally started this rumor. I'm going to leave these names out, as in the past few hours I've been sent some absolutely vile remarks and videos. Boo-hoo. And I don't want to spread that even more. I took screenshots of my conversation with my friend who had been one of the main source of the rumor and decided to send it to a few people in the community who I trusted as a consultation of if I should or not come forward. Excuse me. I wasn't a victim, so I don't feel it was my story to tell unless others felt it needed to be shared. Most told me to go forward, so I did. I never put it out there as a definitive statement that yes, Jason had done this, but I put it out there to have people look into the statement and at least give it an examination. Jason, I'm sorry that you had to retell the story you did. I seriously am. I never knew this, and if I did, I would have taken it down immediately, taken down all accusations. If any of your fans knew of this and told me, I would have taken it down immediately and apologized. My inboxes on Twitter and Reddit are filled with death threats, and people are doxing me. I freaked up, but I just really need to say, if someone comes out with accusations, even if they turn out to be false, there isn't always malicious intent behind them. Don't tell people to off themselves. Don't tell people you're going to hurt their family. Don't send people videos of execution saying they're next. It makes me sad that we still have people acting like this as the zero situation. I don't want sympathy at all. Yes, you do. I just want to see the community improve. Understandable. Good on you for making this post, though. I will be going through my Twitter and Reddit and deleting my allegations against M2K. I apologize for whoever took these allegations serious and got caught out for it. I really am. Again, Jason, I'm so sorry. I wish you the best. Sorry I had dragged your name down. There is no excuse, and I wish you the best. Sincerely, Nerd. I'm not going to say much. I'm going to let you guys discuss this, but okay. I'm editing the video right now, and this just came out, so I'm going to go back to the video and we're going to talk about M2K and just him as a person. Now, I can't find anything about Arena-chan actually coming out this story or confirming whether it was true or false. With all the information we're given in Mew2King's recent live stream, it's very apparent that this is just a flat out lie. And in this 23-minute live stream, he goes over his struggles with mental health, being depression. M2K is diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, obsessive compulsive disorder, and attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and has suffered from periodic depression during his career, according to his Wikipedia page, which is something as well in the community that a lot of us are aware of and respect him even highly for being able to achieve everything that he has done, even with these issues. Tying all this together, M2K goes over something very, very personal that I'm going to be very brief about, and if you guys want to hear more details about it, you can watch the live stream. I will link it down below. He goes over something that happened when he was an infant, and it was a botched surgery on his genitals that a lot of us go through. Obviously not botched, but he was circumcised. Unfortunately for him, the doctor didn't do the best job, and it really messed him up. He is not able to perform sexual activities or feel pleasure because of this. This is really common in other countries with botched surgeries for men and women in more religious situations. And unfortunately, in a lot of these people's cases, there is no coming back, and if there is, it's very slight or simply just gets worse. And that led to his depression, not being able to feel pleasure or be able to feel less insecure and be in a relationship with someone he loves, because he feels like he'll never be wanted and never be able to pleasure a woman. And that's something that a lot of us take for granted. So just taking a second to think about it really makes you feel sympathy for what this man truly is going through, has went through, and will continue going through for the rest of his life. Now, M2K even mentioned this 2 years ago in a book that he wrote, so this isn't just some new information he's only telling us to defend himself. But in this book, he details the exact same surgery that I just mentioned, and how he is unable to even feel pleasure and to ejaculate. And even if he wanted to ejaculate on anybody, or anybody in his situation wanted to ejaculate on somebody at a party while they were sleeping, he physically could not do that because his body wouldn't let him. The botched surgery does not allow him to do so, even in situations where he does want to do that and it is consensual. There's nothing embarrassing about this. This is a very, very human being issue, not even something weird or general towards M2K, but there are hundreds of people who deal with this on very, very different scales of severity, being both male and female. I think what really takes this all away is how crazy people can get to get attention and to end somebody's career, especially being someone so prolific and so impactful as M2K, for 5 seconds of fame or some clout, when really there are actual accusations out there that need to be highlighted and discussed, understood, and explained more thoroughly for kid audiences and the less informed to understand. But instead, people are taking this opportunity to spread misinformation for, I don't know. Well, I don't really get what the gain is. I don't get the mindset. I mean, I guess I understand, right? Is it like you want to be cool? It can't be that simple. But I guess it is. There's no other explanation, and it's really weird. You have to be literally mentally deranged to have to want to end the career of some man who suffers from everything he suffered from and has done everything positive he has done in his career, and for those people, for the people around him, and for the community itself. You are definitely a weirdo. I really hope whoever spread this rumor thinks very hard about what they've done, because this man, if he didn't have the awesome people he had around him, he could have driven himself to suicide or been driven to suicide from these accusations, which are false, by bullies on his stream, which he talked about in 2014. This was kind of coming out, I believe. He talks about in 2014 the story of his surgery came out, and he was getting bullied for it very slightly in Twitch, but he's so insecure about it, and rightfully so, that he just decided, hey, I'm not going to stream, I'm not going to deal with this. This is too personal, and I don't want to associate something that makes me happy with something that I'm insecure and depressed about. And so he wouldn't stream for a long period of time. Now his insecurity levels are better. He obviously enjoys streaming and loves doing it. That is his job and his passion, and I hope that he continues to do so, and I hope everybody shows him respect and sends love to him. I hope everybody, his socials are going to be linked down below. Please show him some love. Please tell him everything's going to be okay. You know, you sub to him, do all this stuff. He's an amazing person, and of course, everything this video makes will be donated to charity. Please hold me accountable. I literally I get paid on the 23rd. Usually I don't make that much money at all from YouTube. I'm such a small creator. And I like mentioned the small YouTuber thing is like, it should just hold myself more accountable to be inclined to donate, because what am I doing saving $50 when I can just give that to people in need from somebody else's story? Yeah, no, I've heard of other people using these stories for financial gain and just being very vague and weird and capitalizing off of somebody else's unfortunate situation, which is something I will never do. I'd like to give insight on my opinion for these topics, and I also like to highlight the negative and positives that the impacts of these accusations, these actions and events have on the community, on, you know, younger audience, and how they should portray them and how I portray them. Like I said, my personal opinion. I'm going to continue doing so and elaborating more and more. So please, yeah, you guys keep critiquing me. Like keep telling me I'm a dummy, I'm a dumbass. You know what I mean? I'm not perfect. I'm not this golden child. I say really stupid things. I tell people to shut the heck up and, you know, to die. And like if they're being rude to me, I'm gonna be rude right back. You know, I love a good laugh. I love being stupid. I'm no golden child. I'm not perfect at all. It's just that these videos are very, very serious, and I have a very serious demeanor in them. But I don't want to be portrayed as, you know, fake woke or fake golden child. That's not what I want to do at all. I am an idiot. I'm a dumbass. I'm an asshole. But when it comes to, as long as it's positive and I want other people are laughing with me, that's fine. Obviously, I'm never going to be negative to somebody in a bullying type of way. Obviously, if they say you're a scumbag, you know, frick you, blah, 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 I'm going to be like, you know, die. I'm just going to comment something like that and laugh at them. But, you know, take this stuff seriously, guys. Like, show love to M2K, show love to those around you, and make it, well, we got to just make it, like, I know it's cringe. I'm not trying to be corny, but like, or actually, it's not really cringe, but I am not trying to be corny and fake woke. Like, we do need to make it more acceptable. Be like, yeah, I had a botched surgery, it's not my fault, I gotta deal with it, I want to die. And like, people should be able to come out and say that without the fear of being bullied. And in 2014, that was unfortunately the case. You couldn't say anything without being bullied. But I feel like in 2020, we are definitely on the route where Jason, aka M2K, can come out with his live stream and say, hey, yo, like, this really happened to me, and these accusations are completely false. And like, he's about to break down. He, you know, his anxiety is probably through the roof, and who knows what's going through his head. It's just really unfortunate, and I think he's only going up from here, to be honest. Nothing but respect for M2K. Thank you for sharing your story. I think a lot of people needed to hear it. I needed to hear that story. It was really reassuring as somebody who was a victim and what they went through mentally. And I know that other people who can relate to him even more appreciate the story as well. So thank you for just being you. Everything you've contributed, excuse me. You're a legend, dude. We freaking love you. Anything you need, let us know. And got your back, man. So yeah, everybody have a good one. Show love to everybody around you, and I'll see you soon. Adios.